Hi everybody, this is a quick intro to limit laws and the key things that you need to know for how to work with limits. The first thing we do is, the easiest way to find a limit in many cases is to graph the actual function, okay? More often than not, if a limit exists as x goes towards some value, okay? The limit of that value you're looking for is where you just plug in that value for the x into the equation. Okay? To find out if the other thing is, for a function to exist, the limit has to go toward the same point from the left as it does from the right. Okay? That's where if you were looking at the setups, if you had the limit as x goes toward some value for a on the left, that's what that negative is, of a function, whatever the function is, whether it be x squared, 5x plus 2, etc. Okay? If that equals out to the same thing as it does on the left, so that means we're writing limit x arrow a with a superscript of a positive, and then you put in the f of x. If these two values end up equaling out to be each other, then the limit does exist. If they don't equal each other, the limit does not exist. That's the only time it will not exist. Okay? You want to put this in your notes. Okay? This will save your behind when it comes to trying to avoid overthinking things. Okay? Let's run through an example of what I'm talking about. Say you've got this function that's a piecewise function written down here, all right? Right down here, where you've got a curve, you've got an open circle, okay? That means that at that value, exactly that value, which is pi, all right, you have nothing, it does not equal out to, it cannot equal whatever that value is, okay? Goes straight up to another point where it does not equal something, and then it continues from a value on, but it's lower on the y-axis, okay? So, when we're doing these, if we're looking for the limit as pi goes from the left, that means we're going from the left toward that point where pi is on the xy axis, okay? So we're looking at this first value right in here, okay? Our job is to figure out where exactly this line meets up with that value at pi. Okay, when you're looking at that, the y-axis value, 0. So that's what that first limit equals. Alright, if you wanted to figure out what the value of pi coming from the right, that's the positive. Okay, that means we're saying we're going in from the right toward pi on the x-axis. So we're going straight across toward that pi value. Alright, that meets at 0. Since the limit from the left and the limit from the right go toward that same value, the 0, the limit is 0. Okay? Now, if on the other hand you're going toward that 6, okay? That 6 is right here. So if we're going toward this 6, following the line from the left, because it says the negative, we're going from the negative side. So we're going that way. When you follow this line toward that 6, the value of that limit is 3. Alright? Now, if you're looking for the limit coming from the right as it goes toward that 6, you're following that line, it stops right here at 1. Since 3 does not equal 1, that limit does not exist. So we write that as DNE. Use the initials for does not exist. All right?